Hello, Aquarius. I'm going to do your January reading, or at least a consecutive one. Okay, we're going to take it. Mountain just kind of slid out there. This is number 6. You could be, kind of feel like your energy seems as though you're looking into something. I don't know. I think you might be looking into a lot of things right now. I don't know why I'm seeing on this card today. See, I kind of just got these cards, so I'm still getting to know them. However, this today, the eyes of the mountain and the face of the mountain seem really relevant. I don't think I feel like I'm Bilbo Baggins looking at like the mountain that they've got to climb to get up to the Eye of Seren. And I feel like him and Sam are just like, you might be feeling a little intimidated by something that you're. Yeah, this is Magic Prayer in the reverse, number 32. Yeah, it seems like you have no hope. You really can't see your way over it. Look at how this looks in the upright. It's almost, she's got her eyes closed. Ironically enough, she's looking up with her eyes closed, and she's got small butterflies over them. But this is also like you would know how to fly. This is kind of like fairy dust feeling to it. It's got that magical, like, I'm just gonna clap for Tinkerbell, and then we'll be able to fly over this mountain, and we don't have to even look at the Eye of Seren. It's kind of got that feel to it, but in the reverse, that's part of the intimidation factor is that you cannot clap for Tinkerbell in this specific case. This is you needing to find your way home from Peter Pan land. Yeah, here's the spirit of place. That's basically what I was saying about Peter Pan land. It's like Neverland needs to become an actual place for you. Like, I don't know why I'm hearing this land is your land, this land is my land. From the, I don't know how to sing that song. You know what I'm talking about. I think it goes, this land is made for me and you. Something like that. It's you needing to traverse either physically, a physical, distance, or a physical challenge that may seem kind of uphill, like an uphill battle. Or it could literally be that you're having this like I'm just looking at both of these in the upright for a moment. These are both ladies' faces that are done in different ways. They're, obviously, but they're also, one is got her eyes open with the butterfly there, and one has got her eyes closed. So it's almost like you can't figure out how to, like, your eyes have been wide shut. You can't really figure out how to have them closed opened. You know what I'm saying? Like there's something about the duality of the two. I'm just also seeing the Star of David. This could be like is it upward facing triangle? So we're talking about you, Aquarius. This could be you feeling kind of like you can't figure out which face you want to show, which direction you want to attack something. Why am I hearing attack? Whatever. You could just be attacking a task. Um, yeah, this is. I don't think this is. Okay. Okay. There we go. Remember we were talking about Neverland needing to become an actual place. Well, there's the Ghost Lands, and here is the Wizard of Awareness. So I think you're aware that there's some type of portal, some type of opening, some type of opportunity may be coming towards you or into your vicinity, your area, your proximity. And I think this is number 3. This is Wizard of Awareness, and this is number 17. I think you know where this place is. And if you don't know, then I think you will be getting a glimpse. I think it's going to leave you somewhat in shock. Now I'm seeing the mountain. If the mountain was you, Aquarius, I think you're going to be like kind of a gag, or what do they call that? A gog, like when you're like in awe, shock and awe, childlike wonder. Follow the leader, number 40. number 39, number 45. There's just a lot coming out underneath that, but there's also, this is the other side of changing face, I want to say. Wow. So if I can show you this, this is number 6. We got number 32 in reverse, so this is the changing of face, right? And this is number 4. So number 32, number 4. And then these two kind of came out together. So really Wizard of Awareness came out, but directly underneath it was the ghost lands that we were talking about with the Lost Boys. This is about finding self. You're about to find something about yourself or about someone else that brings things full circle for you. I'm just going to take all 4 of these and use this as the top of the reading because I think this is where we're trying to get. All right. So if I look at these 4 cards that are on the table, we go from a 6 to a 3. That's the top and the bottom of the read. This is the mountain of the Wizard of Awareness. It's kind of, this is you pulling back the curtain or the veil. Okay. And you're finally seeing that actually you have not been in the Wizard of Oz. You must have taken a wrong turn back there somewhere. It's literally like you were diverted. Now you're in abominable snowman territory and you've landed at the North Pole with Santa's little helpers. Okay. We're not talking about Simpsons. This is like you and your dog. This is like this is an outing of sorts where you are going to find out the fact that actually, even if Emerald City doesn't have a wizard, there actually really is a wizard behind the cold front and the facade, right? There is a Mrs. Santa Claus. She does exist. You just don't see her that much. I mean, sometimes, but that's not really like, people don't go to see Mrs. Santa Claus. They don't care. They go to see Santa Claus. So this is medicine coming out here with the mountain, right? This is being kind of in shock or like in awe or not really understanding how something happened. I don't see this as medicine today. I'm seeing this as an upside down kite or something. It's do you see the knowledge that's being shown or the light that's being shown? This is it. It's like the so let's say all these UFO sightings they've been having lately, right? At first they're arming people trying to figure out if we need to shoot them out of the sky or not. Now that's not medicinal. There's nothing medicinal about that. If we were to figure out that they're coming out of a portal, and if we could ascertain the general location and specific vibration of that portal, maybe we'd be able to find our way home. Or maybe they would be able to find their way home. Maybe they don't even want to be here. Maybe it was a Roswell situation where they crashed. Maybe this planet is kind of cold for them. Okay. But everyone here who's on this warm, this kind of looks like Mazateclan or Machu Picchu, something like that. The medicine from there to here would be understanding that both of these, both pyramids and portals, exist. Let me put it in a different way so that we don't get too caught up on stories that we think we already know. Okay. This is the difference between this is Doctor Who realizing that there's a Roswell alien, that they travel in discs, that he travels in a TARDIS. You see how they're both what we would consider extraterrestrial, but in very different ways. Roswell aliens still have to have a vehicle of sorts, like a car, kind of like humans. Ants probably think that we are aliens. If they look at our cars, if they had any ability to see a car from a bird's eye perspective, they would think that we were aliens, right? People who have portals available to them, I mean, if it's a portal, it's a star, it's a portal, right? You walk in there, you come out there. They don't really need flying saucers. That's time travel. Maybe they only need this one mountain. It's got the machine in there. Time travel. You never know. Maybe one stacked on top of the other. Look, maybe this is how it goes. 16. This is what you see up top is a pyramid. Underneath it is a portal, and at the very bottom of that is the trifecta. Is what I want to say. This is 3 different spirals behind his head. That's the 3rd level. So, I mean, like, if you think about how many levels of conspiracy there are in this world and how many levels of there were on different in different buildings, different locations, how tall is Everest in comparison to any of the natural pyramids or whatever, the 8th wonders of the world. Like, how, we could ask all these questions. Do they matter? Yeah, they do to a certain degree. If you want to know what that is all about, you got to break through this ghost land. These two are connected, but you cannot really access the higher levels of informational knowledge unless you're willing to understand what a wormhole looks like. Through the sands of time, I just want to see, like, it's kind of dramatic. It's the dramatic play of the universe and its species. It's alienistic evolution as it pertains to us and others. But it's not, it isn't limited by any 2 specific faces. You cannot, if you attach yourself to 2 specific faces, you're not going to see the tertiary locomotion, okay? For those of you who are like bed knobs and broomsticks fans. Anyway, there's something, like there's medicine that could be given, received, exchanged, traded. Kind of like, the Boston Tea Party or the spice trade back in the day. It's commerce. But commerce doesn't include commentary necessarily. I could easily show you what this phone does without saying much at all. I could show you, oh, now it's on. Now it's off. Yada yada. We could show each other technology, but we're stuck on this 3rd dimension because we don't have the 4th level of understanding amongst one another. There's no, if I'm going to open my door for somebody who's knocking on my front door, I probably at least trust them to a minute degree, even if I don't plan on letting them enter the doorway or pass the door jamb, right? If I just open the door, even if it's a Jehovah's Witness or trick-or-treaters or, I don't know, my neighbor, to a certain degree, you've got to trust that that person is going to respect the boundary of that doorway, that portal, that opening orifice of your home, right? If we can't kind of establish that, then there's never going to be an exchange of any type of energies beyond what has already taken place. Oh my God, you just saw me shuffle this. That's what I'm saying, is that, like, there needs to be an establishment where breakthrough could happen safely. Not an establishment where as soon as there's a breakthrough, there's an attack. As soon as we see any of these flying discs coming anywhere near us, or an orb, or we see anything out of what we're used to seeing, automatically we're going to try to kill it. Kill it first, think about it later. That's typically the preemptive striking that's been going on. But we also don't have a problem testing out, nuclear warfare on one another. I mean, literally, frogs with multiple legs come generations after that, and we still don't think it had any. Really, we'll still threaten each other with it. That's the level of trust that human beings just, I don't know why it is that we cannot move past, beyond, over, above, even below. Why can't we, pick up, why are we anchored in being so incredibly ruthless? It's that's the part that we need to figure out how to kind of pull out from the root. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you need it. This is the part that needs to be taken off the table. There will be no crossing of energies, like I said, unless there's some type of there's no basis for that at this point. Why would this full moon right here be speaking to any species on Earth if it couldn't trust it with the portal? There's going to be technology. There's going to be multiple attempts to reach out to the United States, to other countries, to specific individuals who are ready for that. But I don't think it's going to be something that can be militarized. I knew a girl named Millicent once. She lived in Africa. We were pen pals. And I remember feeling sad when she would tell me about the violence or the scenario that she was in, but also I had no context for it. People don't kill, steal, or hurt one another unless there's a power exchange that they're jealous of. That's how that looks. So this has to be here. Cannot be jealousy. Maybe it's excruciating for them to be amongst us. Just a thought. Just a thought. Right underneath the portal is a one ring circus. And then coming together, and the dragon's lair. This is the entrance to the dragon's lair. This is the first one that's been upright since they started pulling from this pile. But you got to know how to almost defy gravity, almost go swim upstream from everyone else. Be willing to put down your jealousy over the power that someone else may have. You don't know where they got it from. You don't know. So probably just let it be what it is for the time being. I'm gonna go ahead and get a small storyline, maybe just 2 cards going forward. Going forward. Okay, there we go. I feel like the 2 cards are your ears, listening on both ends of this. You're listening for the moon, for knowledge that could bring us to a higher level of understanding on both sides. So the leprechaun is probably the only one that could hear both sides of the rainbow. This is maybe where the sum of gold is coming from, and this is where it's landing. We don't know, we don't understand. As a human race, we're very apprehensive about believing in things that we cannot see. So when we hear a sharp ringing in our ears, we just think it's tinnitus. Or if you're superstitious, maybe you believe someone's talking about you. Maybe if you're spiritual, you know that there's a commitment and a connection between the keys to your castle. There's going to be a guard standing right there. Maybe what you're hearing is someone trying to jiggle the keys and break into your, live in your mind rent free. It's up to you to listen to the duality or the marriage, the two-sided nature of things. You get to learn how to traverse that on your own. Okay, it's like a New Yorker and someone from Montana marrying each other. The New Yorker might not even ever have had a driver's license because having a car in Manhattan doesn't make sense. That's what the subway is for. In Montana, you might know how to drive a tractor, a truck, a stick shift car, an automatic car, an RV, and then some more stuff. Just as a rule of thumb, even if your family is not even farmers, you might just have enough people that you've grown up around or been friends with or encountered or experiences amongst people of that ilk. It's a lifestyle thing, and it doesn't have to be wrong and right. This has to do with acceptance and safety of acceptance. Because like I said, that powerful exchange of technology, information, understanding, transport, all that, medicine, cannot be done peacefully without there being mutual trust that one person's not going to be killed or shot down as soon as they show their face. So until then, that's what the leprechaun is hearing, is unhappiness from both sides. So we're gonna have to figure out how to overcome that. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this here, Aquarius. I think that's enough. I think you get the point. I think you've understood the gist.